The interviewer asks, how would you influence outcomes when you don't have direct authority? Say the following. And please don't say, I'll slash my boss's ties so they can't make it into work. I admire the ingenuity, but you're not going to get the job with that kind of response. Now, of course, this question is very contextual. It can be asked in an executive level role where you're influencing politicians and other important authorities, or at a more middle management role, which is moving up towards leadership, where they want to see how you're able to influence. So the first thing is you're going to take a step back and provide a bit of context depending on the industry that you're in. Let's just say you're working in project management in construction. So you could say something along the lines of, obviously within our industry, being able to impact and influence people effectively is extremely important. And in many cases, we do not have direct responsibility. As you know, the biggest stakeholders and decision makers in our industry is very much X, Y, and Z. However, there are a number of strategies that I would use to be able to do this. So now that you've narrowed down the people that you're going to try to influence indirectly, you can dive into those specific strategies. Firstly, is that I would look to build strong relationships. This is absolutely essential because you have to understand the minds of the decision makers. You have to know what makes them tick. And obviously by building those strong relationships, you are able to do that. And then you give an example of where you've done something like this. Secondly is being data driven. This is absolutely essential because data is ultimately objective, and when you can present objective data into a conversation or a discussion, it makes what you say far more impactful and influential, and hopefully those decision makers will be influenced by it. And again, you can give a mini example. And lastly, and most important, is about being proactive. Within all of this, you have to be on the front foot. You have to be the person that's chasing people up, having those conversations, having those discussions, bringing that information and bringing that data. And then again, you give an example of when you've done this. And again, all of these examples are short, sharp evidences for what you've said earlier. So if you've made it this far into the video, I've got a great surprise for you. We've launched the interview cheat book with the 10 strategies for 10 of the most common interview questions. So audiovisual guide is normally £20, but completely free for all of my followers on TikTok. Also, we've launched the interview cheat book pro. So if you have an immediate job interview coming up, that is the resource for you. Like and follow for more, and I'll see you in the next one.